Alright, we might as heck start the streaming on this session. Won't be a long one. It'll just be a few missions tops, a little bit of RP, some twists and turns, and we'll see how things happen. Now, let's see if I can get away with this. They all just went blue, so I think they'll be turning over slightly. That's for a... Yep, alright, cool. That's for something different. But we'll get there when we get there. Otherwise, for the sake of the video back, hello. This is the 4th phase of Anizay for the Mandalorian contracting campaign, 7th phase total. I've got 4 contracts down. We're also on their server now. Their armor got debuffed. They also got a bunch of new armors. So we actually see some of that old style armor here, though it's kind of funny to see that CSAT symbol underneath on the undersuit, which means they're using the Viper Special Forces undersuits. And they just have them rescripted, so that's kind of funny. I'll pretend to ignore that. But yeah, 4 contracts. One of them, they're not really going to do anything. It's just to see... because after this one, I'm going to put up some new bounties and a few new contracts to see if they'll change ideals. But there's another way they can do it as well. It just depends on the ordering. You know, classic butterfly effect. We'll see what the heck happens. But from there, I'm going to have a massive firefight happen in the investigate area section. This one is just going to be a massive kill zone. There's a VIP right here who keeps evading capture. It's going to have, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 more chances after this to get out of here permanently. But yeah, this is a hellscape of allowing them to use the many, many grenades they looted last mission. And then we have another classic corporation contract, which is just filled with Hut defense forces. And I just realized I never put a dude on that static turret, so now we have one. Excellent. So they're probably coming up with an order right now. I'm not sure if they're going to fly or take the ground-based vehicle. Either way, I'll be measuring how much fuel consumption is utilized. And we'll see how everything goes. But Achilles, how are you doing, my man? How's the new gig? Hope you keep enjoying everything, man. And by the time you get back, I should have a nice 700th op ready to go. And stay safe from COVID while you're at it. I think you're being self-quarantined right now. Hope that isn't such a bitch. Yeah, long break for Mandos. I'm considering taking this bi-weekly because they added the Mass Effect mod and another mod to their mod set. So that's gonna mean, I gotta rebalance everything because there's a lot of cool new energy guns that I can add to this campaign. But I'm probably saving it like I'm saving the bounty puck market. Every time they get a bounty kill, they get it'll give them access to something special on that market. But there's just a lot I gotta rebalance because it's like, what's the word? No, it's a term. Scope creep. You know, once you like have it made and everything's ready to go, and then they start adding things to it, and you're just like, god damn it. You know, I got all this other stuff to worry about. But that's been kind of why I'm getting slightly burned out of this campaign. It's because of that level of scope creep that just keeps happening. And it's a little annoying, to say the least. And it looks like I can't add that wall. That's fine. Sometimes you can add knocked over walls to the interface to delete them. For example, there's a house here. The hide module didn't hide the house. I guess because it wasn't set to be locally on client, so this exploded and flew away, so I just had to respawn that. I had the fuel number on hand, so I just dragged it down, but that was a little annoying. And Apathy is coming back. I hope he didn't need his body, because, again, actually, no, I didn't say this on stream, but I'm deleting bodies as they happen, because they need to be saving their kits. So, they moved bases. I redid all of the boxes here, updated things. So, Walrus got tier 2 storage, and I think he bought another life for medical. And new guy named Bevan's on the missions here. I doubled up the platform because I didn't want to sink it to the ground. Still have that deal going with the locals on better fuel. And then I moved the house, save load, and my little spawn platform right there. So one day we will see Klocko's Glocko in this campaign. Don't you worry. It'll be available on the bounty market. Not sure about the GL rounds, though, but we'll get there. And once again, the anonymous gifter gives a random sub to a bot account that has a random car name. Shrug. I don't know, man. But regardless, thank you to the anonymous gifter for gifting a sub to a Chevy Nova 1970. And Achilles, stay strong. Hope you're getting through your prison there, and I hope this can be somewhat entertaining for you. Greetings from Argentina. Nice. Also, yeah, the Paladin video I thought was pretty funny. I don't mean to ever make memes that maliciously, like, degrade anyone, but if you throw a grenade on yourself and then walk into that... Well, no, you throw a grenade, it bounces off a tree, and then you walk into the grenade and knock yourself unconscious. That's pretty damn funny. Remember Barb and I were covering that. Barb, it was NA round 1 for reference, by the way. Closest gaming that you've seen all week? Fair enough. His own grenade, exactly. It's the best part. It's like he completely forgot it existed. It's wonderful. Custom silent switches for my keyboard? Or is he saying that to Barb? I don't even know what that is. I would think my noise gate gates it off, but I know Barb does like his clickety-clack. So does Bloodwing. And it's the blunder that's fantastic. Exactly. I know, Barb. It's okay. It's like throwing grenades in vats. Alright, looks like they're starting to deploy. I have no idea what order they're going to do the contracts in. Looks like they're moving into the ground vehicles here. Everything's pre-spawned. I have a script now that even when they kill things that are spawned in the Eden editor, they can still loot them. However, there's something in this mod set of theirs that was preventing it from working. So I'm going to be perfectly honest. I have no idea if it's working or not. Because I did a few tests with the yellow boy right there. And even on Saturday, like, every way that I do it for, like, TSB and other communities just didn't work. And I'm like, what the hell? But it looks like they're going to go do the investigate area. Okay, so that's, I'm going to admit, that's going to be a bit of a boring one, because that's just for a plot point. Never mind, they're going off-road. We'll see how it goes. Howdy, haven't sat down and watched a Liru stream since Christmas 2019. Good God. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There are a few things that I consider okay, but everything before 2019, I just disregard. Ah, man. I try not to be as cringy as I was when I started, but even then, I'm still pretty cringy. I probably wouldn't watch myself. That just sounds inappropriate now. But either way, I have no idea what order they're going to do this in. So when they get close to one of these contract positions, I'll go ahead and explain it. If they start going down here, just in case, I'm actually going to start prepping the hut attack squads here. That's going to be team leader, marksman, AT. Actually, no, I'm going to do the AT seldom. And then 5 of those guys. I'm also going to do the marksman seldom. And when I say that, it means I'll just, you know, bring them in, the AO, and RC them where I can. But they're going around up here, so they might go for the FAR contracts first. I don't know why they didn't take the LAT, but I think that's because Moon isn't here to fly it. I'm pretty sure Walrus could also fly, but, you know, it's up to them. Now let me talk about a few things I'm working on. I'm going to do some experimentations with a few different scripts going forward. There's still a few smaller TSP projects I want to do. For example, Wednesday, which is tomorrow actually, we'll do the first 1945 Stargate op. That's all ready to go. Sunday for T3, I want to do the other Stargate op, which I postponed. That's all ready to go, because I had ready to go Sunday, but I just decided, nah, I might have said Saturday for that, I meant Sunday. But there's a new Sunday, like, mini campaign I want to work on, but it's going to require a metric fuck ton of testing, which is going to probably spew a few extra TSP reserve ops off the side. I'm thinking a Resident Evil op with some biohazard stuff, potentially, yeah, or, big or right there, either a Resident Evil or a SCP op. So I can test a few features for a T3 campaign. Because I gotta crack open the forbidden mod set that I have sealed away on a Dropbox file. But I have an updated version of it I can now utilize. But basically, it's going to be... I'm thinking of doing a, like... I might even put up a project fund for it, but it's going to be a Night Stalkers-themed campaign on Namalsk, except in the eyes of a squad of U.S. Special Forces, which will be the T3s. I just have to check the bloodsuckers and make sure that they won't crash my fucking server. That's part of the updated file package, because I don't know if it'll still crash the server or not, because in the old file package, there was an attack animation where they would try to do a grapple, and that would break the server, so I gotta see if that's still gonna be a problem. I'm hoping it's not, but even if it is, that just means I can use the bloodsuckers as like a visual thing. Because I do have a script now that it replaces any vanilla damage with ace damage. So you better fucking believe I'm gonna make good on that. I also have bears and wolves, because it's gonna be a two-part thing. First is gonna be a few missions off of a, you know, the T3 Arma 3 stuff. The second is I'm working with a few people on the TSB DayZ server, and I want to make like a little lore tribute to Namalsk, just in the form of doing missions for a mutual trader. Just loot and recovery when we talk about lore stuff, and then if any crazy things happen within the server, you know, I'll try to include that in the video itself. So, a lot of projects there. I gotta test an EVR script I found. I gotta test an EMP script I found to make sure I can disable a lot of gear. And I have to test the bloodsuckers. So that's just, it's gonna be a lot. But that mutant package I have opens up some new ideas for some horror stuff. But, I don't know, I'm just trying to vary things. It just depends on my mood. There's still a Spanish minesweeping op I want to do, and a Vietnam napalm op I want to do, and we'll probably do some building tonight after this mission. After like a 20 or 30 minute break. Or I'll just keep the stream rolling and dip out a debrief. There's a new way I have to do the debugging for these missions, because my server provider didn't like the fact that I had so many mod sets on the server. Go figure. So I've had to completely scrap the INITB2 framework. So now what I'm going to do at the end of every mission is I'm going to stay on and make a quick recording and just look through everyone's inventories. Oh, God, that's going to take forever, but I don't know, it'll take a few minutes. But actually transposing that data manually is, I tested it this week. It takes a few hours, but if I listen to music or if I, like, process a video in the background, it's just time that I would have spent doing other projects there. But otherwise, they're gonna do the hard one first. Of course they are. Of fucking course they are. Alright, well, this will be funny. So this is one of the supply bases of the local insurgent group for Anizay. They got a PDA, a little data pad is what you can also call it, that described this location. So they're going to potentially assault it now. It's going to make one of the other contracts a little tougher, but that's okay. We can make it work. That guy's a bounty on his head for being alive, because he's been in, like, multiple locations where there's been insurgent activity, but nothing confirmed. But as soon as contact starts, or one of these guys, like, points something out, he's going to get on this bike and fuck off. Per usual. But yeah, no, this is, like, meant to be... They have a shit ton of grenades, so this is meant for them to burn some grenades on. Because it's auto turrets, a static turret with a shield, some of the base guard guys, quote-unquote, and then some regular dudes. Just kind of holding out. And then I've got these two guys that are hidden away to potentially do stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hide myself and teleport up to them because they're using old T-FAR. So I want to listen in on their comms. So another thing, I'm going to set op4 to hostile, because at this point, if they're around here, they're going to shoot on sight. Play radio message now. And they're climbing around on the rocks here, because the sector itself is this one position. Really nasty skyline there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove him from play because I got no way to track him because they're not bringing the aircraft.
Copy. Solid copy. On the way. On the way. On the way.
Well, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. That's okay. Some of these guys are refusing to fire back. Of course they are. That's alright. That's why I have this stuff going. Their armor coefficient is still like on an 8. What is that hit marker sound? Jesus Christ. Ow. Why do they have a hit marker sound now? Yeah, so their armor they still want at like a factor of 8, so... That's fair. So these would slowly repair over time, so I'm actually going to have that be done. Meanwhile, these guys are tracking these dudes. I'm going to spawn a few guys to cover them. They're just civilians. They don't know anything, but I don't want to... do any roleplay-esque things. to at least destroy it. I just realized I don't have an LR, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. Wow, man, they're adamant on shooting the civvies. Let me go back and get that sorted, because they probably are gonna call something up to me here. We've got to do radio checks when I left. That's fine. So, alright, armor's still OP, which, you know, it's to be expected, but it makes doing any balance in this a little, you know, what's the point sort of thing. I've also been debating cutting this campaign, because I'll admit, like, I don't mean to sound like an ass, but for the amount of work I put in for them to just constantly steamroll everything, it, like, it bores it for me, you know? Like, what's the challenge? I could just give them any other op for them to do that, but, you know, it was a cool concept for what it was. That's just my 2 cents. It goes in the square hole, exactly. Like, there's another Mandalorian campaign I've been thinking about doing, where it's a play off of the Mandalorian mod for Empire at War. And I think that would be a little more up the alley here, you know, if I wanted to shelve this after this planet. And go from there. Yeah, the square hole. Just, that makes me laugh. You know, actually, I think their net's 60. Trying to remember. So many different communities, so many different nets. That's okay.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Still, what this has also shown me is I really want to do this style of project for TSB with hardcore medical, you know, similar to how Makarov did it. It's just the amount of maintenance work would be a gigantic pain in the ass, but with INI-DB2 framework, it wouldn't be too bad. But I still have to, like, keep a log of everything. Which is the annoying part. So I've got everything, like, pre-written down of what goes where. So I'm going to follow up on that, but I mean, everything here is kind of, like, bypassed, for example. Here, let me get my phone out, just in case there's a Discord message. Let me shoot Walrus 1. Just to ask. But, I mean, if anyone remembers the clip of where I literally shot that guy with a minigun, like, 20 or 30 times, he just stared at me and laughed. Yeah, that's what I kind of want to avoid. Yeah, what is that hit marker sound, man? Like, it hurts my ears. Holy crap. God, what's the command? I've actually forgotten. Let me, Is it that? Is it that? I don't know. I'll look at it in a second, but I mean, that's that contract pretty much done. Easy 2 grand, but again, I'm probably not going to do any RCing because I don't... That hit marker mod just murders my ears. Good God. Let me look at stream elements. I think they have a recruit command, and I wouldn't be doing my job correctly if I wasn't giving them that attention. Oh, it's Mando. Right, because Mandalorian group. So let me add that to the title so we can do recruitment for them. If you're interested. But again, I'm really debating switching the type of campaign to something else just because of how this goes. Just with the, you know, the whole steamrolling. At least if we're going to do steamroll stuff, then I can, you know, I want to do something that is at least low effort. Yeah, not trying to be rude, it's just, you know, when you put 50 hours in something... See, and then I just get one-tapped every time. Like, where's the fun, you know? If you do a campaign where you're, you know, constantly collecting credits to buy gear that you lose when you die, but you can't really die... You know what I mean? Like, why should I spend all of these hours if it's pointless? And it's not on them, you know, it's how they want to play, and I'll respect that. And again, I've got an idea for bringing this to TSB at a later date, but, you know, I want to wrap up this planet, and then I'll just go, hey, you know, that's kind of it. You know, just my 2 cents. Like I said, plenty of projects I want to do. And I'm thinking tonight for mission development, should I do the Spanish minesweeping op or the Vietnam War op? And also heal that auto turret because it would have been healed by now in case they run back in. I'm also half tempted to steal the truck because this squad's coming around to maneuver. Yep, it was 60. All right, cool. Oh, fuck me, really? Oh well for that. Work on your Spanish Civil War campaign? Oh, why is that reminding me of the fucking first Indochina War campaign I did? That's a long one. Ooh. Did you miss the disable VCOM thing I put in scripting? They don't use VCOM, Mox. Oh. Wait, you're replying to Barb. Sorry, didn't see that. But hi, Missing Link. How are you doing? I'm still in the AO, right? They just haven't caught up on the net yet. That's correct. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 missions of this, and then I'll put it on the shelf. Make the trees speak Vietnamese. So what I really do like about the Vietnam War mod set is you can actually put in trees with platforms on it, and that alone changes the level of the game entirely. Because you will be surprised, even when I've played on the ground, the amount of times where people don't think to look up, myself included, and we're getting hit by some marksman in a tree just shooting at us. We'll have no idea where it is in the, you know, 20 seconds to a minute that takes players to figure that out, if they even do, you can get away with a lot. And I know I have a few clips of myself RCing one of the marksmen in the trees to get that sorted. I think there's a mod where it like lets you dynamically push civs and they move with you so it doesn't look like they're clipping through the ground, but this makes it look like he has a gun. That's kind of funny. Did you lose here? I don't know. Just that's what the ticker has. All right, I'm gonna get on a hill and AT that position. The trick is I need to be able to run afterwards. I'm doing all right, Helix. I haven't seen you in a hot second. How are you? Realistically, I could actually curve this shot. Oh, of course, you're giving me the fucking no-scoping glitch. Sometimes when you scope something, it freaks out. Well, that was under. Hello? Zigzag away. Here, this is a disposable. So I can just drop that there as evidence. But keep that gun on your back, because you're running now. Your work's finally starting up again? Nice. Yeah, Bloodwing's lucky. She's eligible to sign up to take the vaccine as an essential employee. Are they just driving this in here? I guess for security's sake, so it's better than leaving it outside. The time I grenaded players while they were singing, yeah, I think that's the time I'm thinking of. You know, one of the 2 RCs I did from platforms. And honestly, I think it was the last time I did a Vietnam op. It's been a hot second. I want to do another one with some custom fob building and some napalm. That would be pretty dope. I believe Late Night Gaming wanted to get into some... I don't know who that is. Oh, no, wait. There's another guy named Observer who DM'd me on Discord about that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and don't... No, I'll try to explain myself. I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I don't really... I'm not really seeking out to work for any other YouTubers. I've done that already, and it's... I made a fucking giant-ass campaign for Digby, and he completely blew me off. Grimmy's a great guy, but his belief on Arma stuff and my belief on Arma stuff don't really coincide, and we saw that with CC07. So I wouldn't ever really work for him, just because of that reason. Especially since, like, Zeus saying if you as a unit commander and you hire a Zeus to do something, and if you're on completely different pages or mindsets, it falls apart. And I've been in a few situations where that's the case. But I'm not really looking out to Zeus for anyone specific anymore. Like, except Drum, but that's because I'm still a Jester 814 fanboy at heart. But even then, he can get on my nerves. So it's, unless I'm getting paid, I've got my own projects to worry about, and I want to keep it that way. You know? There's no point in growth for me, because I don't really care about the whole YouTube angle. So, Shrug. And again, don't get me wrong. Like, Digby has make good stuff. Remy has great stuff. I'm sure whoever you mentioned makes great stuff. I mean, they wouldn't be popular if they didn't, you know? And I've got the utmost respect for them from one content creator to another, but making missions, like for example, the framework to make this mission that you see right here, 6 hours. 1 hour of writing new contracts, 1 hour of actually making the AOs in Eden, and 4 hours of processing their forms, putting it on the spreadsheet, and then copying and pasting their inventories, because again, I'm not doing INI-DB2 framework for these guys anymore. So it takes a shit ton of time. And that, you know, that's not counting all the time it takes to build all the custom kits, you know, campaign to campaign, mission to mission, if we switch planets. Or introducing new lore or new bounties or all that. That all takes a lot of time. That's just one mission out of the week. For me to make a basic, simple, stupid op, where it's, you know, 2 factions are going to fight, one's the player faction, they're going to go assault a base, blah, blah, blah. That takes, if I want to build it in Zeus, 90 minutes. If I build the AO in Eden, about 2.5 hours. Just for one mission. And, you know, that's where this quickly turns into a full-time job in that prospect, is because of, God, how many missions do I do a week these days? Let me think. Without any breaks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Sunday to Tuesday on its own right there. 6 to Wednesday, 7 to Thursday. 7 right now. Weekly. So 7 times the minimum, which would be an hour and a half, on its own is over 10 hours of just sitting in the Eden editor making shit, but it's closer to 20. And that's just the mission making angle. YouTube video processing, uploading, streaming, you know, that easily takes us to about 50 hours a week. Yeah, I've been watching stocks. It's interesting how it's all playing out, but say lovey, shit happens. Let me teleport over here, and they're probably gonna want to talk to me over that, and I'll have them leave them there and have the PDF come pick them up or something. I am happy I made this a project level campaign though, because the amount of scope creep that has happened in this damn thing is mind-boggling.
Alright, restock if you have
I sound a little nasally.
Get the buddy
contractor.
What's up?
We were able to eliminate all the insurgents that were in the area. There wasn't really any intel other than we saw that there was some Mandalorian gear there, as well as we saw that there were 2 civilians and one of the bounties that were out there. We decided to bring back one of the civilians we were able to get as the bounty got away, in the hopes that you would be able to torture the absolute dog shit out of them, whether just for fun or just to get some out of them about the current cells in the.
Alright, I'll, since I am a hologram, I'll just have to pass it to the PDF. I'm sure they'll have the proper tools to do something like that, and we might be able to get information out of him, if not about insurgents, then at least about this bounty. Otherwise, good work.
It'd be a bit of both.
Were you getting calls from me on long range?
No, I was not. I'm on 6-0. I bet it's because your radio backpack is not a Blue 4 encryption, it's something else, so I will switch backpacks.
Or it just completely reset on me, that was my bad.
Ah, right, because of the arsenal. That's okay.
Alright guys, go ahead and
Alright, so remember, if you guys want to put stuff in your boxes, feel free. Save your kits as well in case you crash, and yeah, continue playing. Good luck, have fun. So when they leave, I'll delete him, and I'll come up with something. I'll make a note of that right now, and that can tie into another contract. Coming down with a cold? I mean, I was outside shoveling snow all day and helping my brother move into his new apartment, so that might be it. So, I might just be coming down with a cold. Or corona. Oh, wouldn't that be great? I can finally die. But, sorry, that's not funny. Just... I've been a depressive little shit the past few days, just out of boredom, so... How's my bro's new place? Good. He almost moved into the apartment Bloodwing and I were looking at, and I would have been so pissed off if he did. I don't know why, but I just was feeling angry, so... But no, he's got a nice spacious place. His apartment's bedroom is bigger than the bedroom he has at the house, so that's good. Sorry to hear that, Baker. I mean no disrespect. She drank a lot of it. Oh, Lamau. God, I love dark humor like that. You know, dark humor, it's like food, you know? Not everyone gets it, but... That right there is why this is an 18+ stream. I don't know, with Twitch wanting to be all PC these days, I do have to be a little careful, but, you know. Shiitake mushrooms, nothing's too worrisome. Hades is coming on. Alright, when he gets fully in. He hasn't been on in a few campaigns. I'll teleport him up to the group, because I'm nice like that, but... I know, Achilles. It's because I miss you. Definitely. No, if you guys want me to open up on it, it's more or less because I'm just trying to find a way to make an extra few grand a month. And even though I have this new part-time job, I've been told as of yesterday that it might not last more than a month because of how screwed some things are, and it was, you know, a secondary dream job of mine, but hey, you know, life's a bitch. But YouTube, with the whole new polls and stuff that Spiffing Brit released, it also depresses me how screwed YouTube as a system was, because here I was growing up, seeing YouTubers and having a lot of respect for what they do, understanding the amount of... How are you okay? How did... Really? Amazing. TLDR, YouTube is just an algorithmic mess, and I just... Yeah, fun. Oh, I know, Yash. It's just the stress of... Bloodwing now wants to get a townhouse, so I've got to raise my half of a 20% down payment on a mortgage. And... You know, everything tied with that. And I've got 4 or 5 months to do that. But we'll figure it out. Or I'll figure it out. It just means I'll have to work on some more intensive content. Like, again, the Namalsk thing and the mutants, breaking out all the explicit projects, yada-da. And then I'll yell at Hades when he spawns in. Anyway, this contract is going to be a decision. These guys aren't going to be hostile to the Mandalorians at first unless they get opened up on. But they're going to be attacked by a bunch of Hutts. So, oh, there goes Hades. Lamau. Now, I don't know if the Hutts are going to kill them all or something silly's going to happen. Who the heck knows? All I know is I'm just sending a bunch of Hutts in a 360, and, you know, maybe something interesting will happen. Maybe it won't. But that's A-okay. It's kind of what I like about this campaign, is anything can fucking happen. But yeah, you know, adult things. Wow, you guys are getting fucking slaughtered. That was not supposed to be what happened. Okay, why didn't you shoot back? You know, I was hoping for, like, this mass holdout thing. Side, is Blue 4 not set to hostile? Blue 4? Blue 4, you want to shoot back, maybe? Possibly? I don't fucking know. Is the important guy dead? No, he's still inside. Alright, well, I'm gonna get him away from a window, since clearly this was a bad idea. At least the IEDs are working. Yeah, I think it's just the garrison being wonky. That hit marker thing, man. I don't know why. It's never been an issue. Oh, let me guess, because that's why they're on hold fire. Because I set them that way earlier. Okay. It's a problem because I made it a problem. I am slipping, I know. It's horrible. Why are some of these guys my own guys? I am slipping. Hot damn, these are the wrong faction. Hooray for Civil War. They don't know that, though. So how would you fix something like this if this is now happening? And the answer is very simple. You don't. You just accept that you screwed up because you're burnt out over this thing and you leave it at that. And then we can bring in the actual faction that they were supposed to be fighting and call it a day. If anything, that just is going to make them even more confused. Which is fine. And that copy-paste didn't even work properly, because of course it didn't. Why would it? Why are you only selecting... That's why. It's because this is... I wasn't copy-pasting properly. I don't know what's wrong with Hades' connection, but let's go ahead and salvage this a little bit. Haha, I'm an idiot. That's fine. It's okay. Whatchamacallit? PID isn't just a player issue. It can also be an AI issue. But that's besides the point. That's okay. If anything, it's made them stop and kind of wonder what's going on. I can add a little lore thing for that too, but we'll get there when we get there. A Zeus tutorial on Fiverr or Skillshare. I mean, if I were to ever make something like that, I'd put it on YouTube, because why not? But it's something that I am trying to get into, but at the same time... It's a long story. But no, for something like Zeus, I wouldn't charge people for that. That's horrible. The only thing I'd charge people for is if they actually want me to go Zeus for him, but that's besides the point. I hope one of them have the PLX, otherwise it's going to be really interesting. They should have the PLX, quote-unquote. Yeah, so now that I know I've screwed that up. It's okay. Make this happen in waves. Make the players work for it as they try to get contact. I will have to attach myself to one of the dudes down there. Gonna have those guys try to run off because, again, a lot of these guys don't really like the Mandalorians here, so I love how this dude died standing up. That's besides the point. He's not dead, just a vegetable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm actually gonna kill off everyone in here. Hence why getting in this tank is actually gonna be really important. Alright, minor roleplay time. God, that fucking hit marker bullshit's loud. Blame chicken. Hey!
Sir? Sir, you okay?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
you, man. Why didn't you come down here?
Hey, yo, yeah, gun down,
Hey,
buddy.
no need,
Yeah, no, it's down.
no need to be
It's
jumping.
down.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting to run into the... I know what you guys are.
Oh, yes. What happened here? What's going on?
We're in a fight with the Huts.
What are you, insurgents, or are you just tribes, or what? What's going on?
I mean... If I give you the answer, you're gonna shoot me? Because you guys have been doing a lot of shooting. You got a reputation for working with the PDF here, man.
Alright, okay. No weapon.
Yeah, no
All
weapon.
good.
Yep, I'll put him away.
Put your gun on your back, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep, alright.
What are you then?
Okay. I'm just gonna come check you out, make sure you're not bleeding, alright? I'm not...
Yep,
not
I'm not bleeding, don't worry.
Oh, yeah, you're good. There you go.
Okay,
Now,
we're not
everybody
gonna
can
argue,
calm
though.
right down.
Yeah. Alright, what we got? What are you, buddy?
Why'd you handcuff me?
Mostly
Hey,
so you
security.
didn't pull the weapon on us.
I'm not gonna... Dude.
I'll let you go as soon
yeah,
as we're done
yeah.
talking, if that's
I mean... all I'm saying is... You're not... It's not like I'm gonna be able to kill you.
True, I mean, yeah. But what are you? Tell us what you are.
I'm with the Resistance.
Okay, okay. We're not gonna kill you.
Okay.
Right. So what was going on? What's your plan with the Resistance? What's going on? Because
We were just in a firefight with the Huts. This is one of our supply bases. We were able to get everything out in time, but the Huts aren't happy that we put bounties on them, which I've heard you guys are also cashing in, which is funny, but yeah.
Okay.
We're just trying to...
Got more huts in barn, buddy. You might want to keep your head down.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah. Go ahead now, start engaging those guys. Hey, Warren.
If I pull my gun and start shooting, are you gonna shoot me?
Only if you turn it on me.
Alright.
Go ahead and start firing at them, buddy.
Look, man, like, we're just about trying to free the country from the PDF and these guys, you know? We're not here to do anything bad.
Yeah, just keep your head down.
Just...
I think you're the only survivor.
Yeah, well, most of my guys, when they saw you, they ran like hell because, no offense, but everyone's terrified of you. Crossing.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, yeah, watch it. You might get fucking shot at, but you won't be able to tank around.
Yeah, so I see.
Alright, Warris, we're in the big ass building, top floor.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
So you guys are just resistance and you're just fighting against the Huts. What about the PDF? What's going on with you guys with the PDF?
Well, I mean, we're just trying to stay away from them, and the PDF mostly stay away from us. I mean, it's the governor we all hate, but...
Alright, okay.
I mean, if you had a leader that funneled half of the tax revenue into his personal life, you'd probably hate him too. Meanwhile, he sends relief shipments to a bunch of towns, and they're all contaminated, but that's besides the point.
Okay. Uh-huh. Alright, okay.
Contaminated by what?
Alright.
Like I know.
Alright, so here's the deal. We hear you. What about your resistance leaders? What they called? The Byton brothers?
What about him? I've never dealt with them directly.
Alright, fair enough. This is our leader.
I'm Mandalore Defiant. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Steve, the normal.
What are you doing out here? Why were the Huts trying to kill you?
'Cause we put a bounty on them for 4 credits, a HUD ID card, and they found out.
Were you
What else do you know him on?
Yeah, basically, this guy's resistance. He has no contact to the resistance leaders. This
Who are
is a
you
supply
resisting?
base.
The governor.
Okay.
Hey, resistance guy, you may want to tell him a bit more about the governor.
What about him? That he's a corrupt politician that takes half of our tax revenue and spends it on his personal shit? When he gives out shipments of stuff to the local civilians, half of it's contaminated and it gets a lot of people killed? But hey, good welfare for him, right? Good face. Also, he prioritizes it in places that don't particularly like him, and then when they get killed off, it doesn't really hurt him in the next election cycle. That level.
But what would you say is your position with the resistance?
I manage the supply point, but it's not really a supply point anymore since most of us got it moved out before the huts hit. They were scouting from that far hill and we saw them. I think it was up there, and I think they shot an AT thing at us.
Yeah, I think we heard that.
He needs Frank. Hey, oh, this again. All right. Look, I mean, if you're going to take me to the PDF, you might as hell kill me, because that would be a better fate than that, so.
What are you thinking, Mandalo?
It's either die to huts or maybe try to reason with you.
This guy and put him in the vehicle. You knocked up.
Alright. Hey,
Oh, come on, man.
this guy to the vehicle. Hey,
Look, we just want to stay out of your way. Like, we don't care what you do. But, you know, if you're hunting us down, that kind of, you know... I can go back and I can tell them that you're not...
I'll shut for me, alright?
Okay.
We'll talk when we get back to base, alright?
Alright.
Alright, we'll keep you alive for now.
Okay.
Take care,
Offense to you, mate, but I'm going to take
And-
that weapon off you.
There's my gun. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. If when time comes for you to be released, we'll make sure you get a new one.
Outside the house.
Okay. I'm gonna do something funny when they get back to base. Hold on. So we have a civvy. Let me get one of these. I'm gonna do something really stupid. Oh fuck! Hades is here. I'm just gonna teleport. I completely forgot about him in the middle of the roleplay thing. Here, magical Hades. Ready? Boop. Alright, easy play right there. Just because I need him out of here so we can, get this all sorted. I need,
Will do. Daycare will have the prisoner loaded in roughly 1 mic.
oh my god, I'm trying to get the certain spot so that they're next to him.
Well-
But they don't want to be loaded next to him.
Hey man, I just didn't want him to shoot us. It's called courtesy.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, this clearly is not working the way I want it to, but that's a-okay. So I'm gonna grab a group of these guys, I'm gonna put them in here.
Gods check, this is Sergeant Hades.
And I'll wait till they come closer. LARPing as the baddies, pretty much. Like, as soon as they come in, I'm gonna go, oh shit, alright, and then just blow his head off in front of him. Alright, so I'm gonna have to set him all to carousel fire because I can't set him as op 4 when he's in a Vic. So I am going to teleport myself back. Olympus, this is contractor message over. Oh. Olympus, this is contractor message over.
This is Olympus in traffic.
Roger, be advised, some of the PDF are here to collect on that civilian. Over.
Solid copy. Are you able to just hand them over and they're able to drop money off over?
Yep, we're negotiating payment now. They won't get me a figure until for a few hours, but they are promising a small bonus. Over.
Copy that. We're on our way back. Let us know when they're gone and we'll show up. Over.
Roger, they're gonna be here a few minutes. Over.
Solid copy.
Wait till they're gone. I love it. Actually, I could probably just put the credit stick. Can I spawn credit sticks? No, I cannot. Well, that's fine. I can just grab one from the arsenal. Are they beelining it back? Yeah, it's not worth it right now. I'll handle it after, when they get back from the third contract. Sammy, this isn't TSB, this is House Aiden, so... Yeah, they're just gonna chill there. Alright. Hi, Zeus. No.
Let's give him a warm
Grab something from the arsenal real quick. Did they just strip them naked, or...? Am I invisible? Yep, cool.
Contractor, this is Olympus.
This is contractor, send message, Olympus.
Are the PDFs still back at home base? Over.
They're packing up now and they're about to leave. Over.
Copy that. Do you know which way they're headed out of base? Over.
They're probably going to be heading to airport. Over.
Solid copy, contractor. Give us an update when they've completely left. Over.
Roger, out. Airport, spaceport, you're right. Olympus, this is contractor. Be advised, they have left and they're going back north. You're free to come back. Over.
contractor. This is Olympus. Much appreciated out.
Yes, this is the Mandalorian open campaign. But again, I'm debating after this planet I might shelf it and work on a different type of Mando campaign because their body armor is just... takes all the fun out of it. Not the fun. It's probably still fun for them, otherwise they wouldn't ask me to keep doing it. It just, for me, it takes all the risk out, so it means there's not going to be any end game, you know? Because after this planet, with all the contracts they've been doing, all the credits they've been amassing, they'll have everything they need. Because there's no fear of death to, you know, halt any of that progress, to bring any of that risk. I've already had this rant. But again, I'm thinking for TSB, when I bring this campaign back to them, when I can, you know, apply, like, hardcore medical settings, then it's still something good. Or I might just do something in a different era. Either way. There's no lightsabers, though, for the Star Wars mods they're using, because, again, they're not using swap. Your rough cut's almost done? Nice, Barb. But even then, the armor, it's just based off of ace values that they give me. And again, I don't mind. It's just, you know, it's not what I intended for the campaign. It was just one of those issues that come in with scope creep because they added a bunch of stuff, so... it just makes things difficult, but you work with it. Yeah, and again, I'm not shelving the op it, like, it's more so because, I said that in a little bit of annoyance after I had a frickin' the gun from, Republic Commando, you know, like in 6 shots it could kill a commando, that heavy repeater. This puppy. I was, oh, my cat showed up. Where is it? Yeah. That thing. I literally put 30 rounds in the guy, and he was just trying to handcuff me. It's amazing. Huh?
They definitely going contractor?
Oh, yeah. No, they're flying north right now.
Alright, nice.
Why? Oh, if you want to pick that up, that's for the dude.
Alright. Okay.
Shane Kills, thanks to tier 1 sub.
Only giving us that?
Yeah, for the Civ. Because, you know, he claimed his innocence, said he was a loyal member of blah, blah, blah. I had to negotiate the price up.
Alright, okay, so...
I mean, if you had someone from the Insurgency, I could probably get, like, 5 or 10 times that. But it depends on his rank. But at least 5. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, what is that?
Shane, thanks for the tier 1 sub again. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you're staying safe from COVID, and I hope you get a kick out of this. What's up with the naked dude? Yeah, right, O'Shane. I hate that Twitch will run random ads on my channel. Like, the only time I deliberately run ads on this channel is between FNF streams on Friday and that one Saturday, which I think I ran one between rounds 2 and 3, just to give myself a break.
Riley needs to step quick.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
It runs ads if you tab out? What, like actually tab out of the game? Yeah, no, Twitch now, like, ever since the last update, has the right to run ads on your channel, even if you don't run ads. It's kind of scummy. Yeah, Shane, well, if you want to stick around after the stream, we're going to continue streaming, but I'm going to probably... I'm thinking we'll do the Vietnam development op, and then maybe we'll get into the Spanish one. But I'm trying to have a nice mission front log. I also have to build a checkpoint.
Contractor.
Yeah, what up?
So we went to the location. There were multiple huts, multiple insurgents, as
Oof.
well as a third faction that called themselves Resistance. Basically, all factions were wiped out, all save for one Resistance member that we were able to talk to.
You mean the Insurgency?
Again?
You mean the insurgency when you say resistance?
He said resistance.
Yeah, he said resistance.
I mean, insurgency and resistance would probably mean the same thing. What was he wearing?
He was wearing some. I want to say Halo, but he's wearing a hard helmet with a half shield on it, half face shield, and was wearing tan chest armor.
Yeah, it sounds like the insurgent guys you've been fighting. I mean, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to just broker contracts with you, but...
Right. Right. In which case, we decided to bring this one guy back because he had to talk about us, or talk to us. And we decided that we wanted to keep him around here to gather information on both sides. He says that he's trying to fight the governor because the governor gathers a shit ton of taxes, taking half their pay, blah, 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 blah. I really don't give a fuck about that. He could take all their pay for all I care because the governor pays us. That and the governor has big boom booms.
Okay.
But I want to know what all is actually going on this planet. So the governor doesn't necessarily need to know about this guy right now.
All right.
If we find out anything more from him, then we might let the governor know. But as far as anyone else knows, we just brought this dude back because he's given us some trouble.
All right. If you want, I can chat with him while you go do your next contract.
Okay.
I doubt he'll go anywhere, especially since you have him naked and tied up, so...
But don't forget, ball gagged and hooded.
I see.
Early.
All right, my classic Tuesday night. Anyway, I'll see what I can get out of him.
Okay, awesome. On to the next contract.
Let's,
Hey,
let's give
I've
him
got a
warm
question.
welcome, shall we?
Yeah. Wait.
I know you'll get an ad if you, like, come on to the channel from, like, regular Twitch, because Twitch always has played an ad, you know, before it shows you content. But, like, while the guy's streaming, some channels that are affiliates and below, I don't get ads on, except for that one ad. Like, there's no random in-between ads. But it's always partner channels, I've noticed, that you get the random ads on. And you know it's, like, it's not one that they run on purpose, because, like, they'll just be randomly playing, like, in the middle of something, then boom, ad. And especially if they're playing Arma and you see them, like, you know, running and shooting, you know, both of their hands are on, you know, keyboard and mouse, so you know they didn't do it. But it's partner and affiliates that are both affected, fair enough. I'm just saying, though, like, for example, I watch Drum Hell, aka Just a 814 all the time. But I've never seen an issue on, like, I've never gotten one that popped up on his channel. Yeah, we do save all the VODs on YouTube. I try to upload them within 48 hours, but sometimes I'm a bit slow on it. My cat keeps trying to jump into my chair here. In the long run, though, the VODs channel for YouTube is nice because even for partnership, the VODs only save up to 6 weeks. So I still have, like, that permanent database of everything I've streamed and recorded, which is nice. Yeah, I have no idea how I would do that, and even then I don't like, as a cybersecurity specialist, having a bot on my computer run that, wirelessly accesses a few websites is a... Ooh, why did that just happen? Hello? Why is it when I talk about bots, all of a sudden my screen starts flashing back? No. Game, no. Fuck's sake. I would prefer to keep the connections to my computer to websites as minimalistic as possible. Also, I have a few friends that are hacktivists, and I was gonna say they, but no, it's really just she. She likes to fuck with me all the time. I remember 2019, April Fools, she replaced all of my audio sounds with sound bites from a certain Red Riding Hood video that may or may not be for adults only. and it was just sound bites of a Sir Patrick Stewart's sound alike, which I thought was funny as hell, but it's also the soundbite for the $1,000, for example, has still stayed that way, because just to remind myself. But I know she broke into my computer a few months ago as a joke and put a direct link to Whale's stream. And most of you aren't going to know Whale, but Whale's an Arma 3 YouTuber that knows, like, every major YouTuber and is a part of every major community. Whale underscore... Gosh darn it. Barb, if you're still here, what's his handle? Whale underscore something. I always forget the bottom part. I just call him... We all call him Whale. But yeah, she's an old friend of mine. It's either quote 1 or quote 2. One has to deal with my ex, the other has to deal with Crazy Woman. Whale streams, that's it. See, Turtle knows him. But yeah, there's a reason for every quote, and I haven't done quotes in a few years, but... Yeah, quote 1's my ex, I think it's quote 2. That's beside the point. There's no space in between the quotes, though, because they're actually commands. I've always been meaning to replace it. Yes, it is quote 2. Actually, it's the NSA. Gosh, I remember those memes. Alright, I can go ahead and delete this because I think this thing's stuck on pathfinding right here. Oh yeah, it's stuck on a pole. I love that thing. Yeah, there's a lot of transit time to get over there. But let's see, this week, what do I got for this week? Tomorrow, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Stargate 1945 edition. That's what she said, Keck. Thursday, OFCRA PvP, if I get back home in time, because I have to go take an exam for a federal thing. Don't worry about it. And then Paw Patrol, but it's going to be a checkpoint RP. I've got my actors selected. Barb, Slushy, Malin, Audrey Hotto, and Abraham Hark, all from TSB. We've been working on some interesting scenarios, but I still have to build a checkpoint. Friday's FNF at 3 and 8 p.m. Saturday, I will actually be on the ground from, I think it's 5 p.m.? I need to check the time again. But I'll be on the ground doing a Lawrence of Arabia-themed World War I op as ground command, and that's going to be like an 80-person op. I think it's around 80. Alright, I'm pretty sure this truck is just fucking invincible, and I didn't set it to invincible, but... and then Sunday will be another public op, and then the T3 Stargate op. And then next week, continuations of the Russian campaign. This, if I decide not to take it bi-weekly. Fill-in ops, I've got the Spanish NVG's operation. I'm also probably going to do a test op on Monday to test some mutant stuff out. So that'll probably be like a Resident Evil thing for like an hour. And then maybe I'll have the Vietnam framework done by then, but we'll see how things go. But I'm also debating asking House Aiden if they want a checkpoint RP style thing. I'm going to give it a few weeks. And then TSB, I'm also debating as a secondary op for an hour doing a checkpoint RP on a Monday. Just for the memes. Am I ever going to make an FNF mission? I keep saying I will. If my life ever calms the fuck down, then yeah. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though. I think this week I'm just going to focus on finishing up projects, starting this new Namal Squan, and see how it goes. You want another op where you get to use a flamethrower? I've been debating getting into some IFA ops as well, but really it's just maintaining current projects. I'm also debating retiring the Monday op slot from the current campaign of Cherno Russia 2020 I might do one more op with it this coming Monday to invade Chernogorsk and Electro. And then after that, do some one-offs with the Spanish mod, the Vietnam op, that sort of thing. Another furry 2-op Electric Boogaloo. I want to remaster the 343 Guilty Spark op I did, knowing that now that I know it's stable and I have a script that makes it so that the Flood won't insta-kill you with vanilla damage, they'll do ace damage to you now. There's a lot of aspects I want to remaster of that op because people told me it was really fun. And I just want to, you know, polish it. I don't know, but with that mod, there's a lot of ops. There's always a lot of ops I want to do, it's just I don't have the time to always run them. But I'm one of those people that likes to start projects and then, you know, start doing projects and then I get bored of those projects within a few weeks and I want to change it up. Especially if, you know, things like scope creep happen and I get, you know, utterly annoyed with everything. But 343 Guilty Spark is another Flood op. Because that's the mission that from Halo 1 where you meet the Flood. And then we do it from the Marine POV. But again, there's always a lot of things I want to do. It's just I've been specializing now in making mini campaigns more than anything. So my attention span doesn't grow to the next project before I finish that. And my exception is the Mando contracting campaign, which we're doing right now, but I get bored of it because of all the scope creep. But there's a mod on the Steam Workshop that adds bears, and one of these days for a TSB op, I'm gonna put a fucking bear in it. And then re-script its attack so it does ace damage. So also, you know, you're trying to be stealthy going through the forest and then suddenly, bear. I gotta test how, like, tanky it'll be, but I want it to be, like, a similar tankiness to, DayZ. So, you know, it can, like, eat half a mag if you don't hit it in the head, but, you know, a whole squad, like, firing line it should kill it off. Yeah, just imagine you're a special forces group and you're walking through the forest in some Russian outskirt, you know, nearby a military base, you're planning to sabotage, and then suddenly, bear. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know the gif of, you know, Putin's walking down the street with a bunch of guards, and he puts his hand out, notioning to a bird, and the bird puts his wing up in a salute, and then walks away. God. The fucking memes, man. So you basically just enjoy torturing your subjects, I reckon? Not really. It's not about torture. It's about throwing your player base off. I don't necessarily enjoy torturing my player base all the time, because I quickly have to amend that statement. Once in a while, there are certain people that I really do enjoy fucking with. And that's just... You know, Zeus is going to give you a god complex. And that's why I really like messing around with Paw Patrol, because I will... Like, I've been told, hey, I want you to fuck with these people. 700th, I was told, literally, hey, I want you to fuck with these people. And I would. TSB, I don't, because they don't like that sort of thing. And that's more or less fine. But as long as you can keep them on their toes and throw random stuff at them... one memorable moment in operation is all it takes for people to remember it from years. And I've got some of my vets from TSB that'll always say, hey, I remember this one thing you did back in the day. Can we have something like that again? For example, I'm due to make another Highway of Death for T3. Hi, Achilles. You told me to do it for the 700th, okay? Literally, Slaneshi making deals and getting them to PvP with each other out of the blue. I just do what I'm told, but besides the point. According to my T3s, one of the best ops I made for them was the Highway of Death. And that was a Fallujah op where I spent 3 hours with a shit ton of different types of wreck models. And I also ran it for the 506th. And it was like a comparison of, you know, who did it better, and they both did it well in their own right. But it was just a bunch of highway vehicle wrecks that they had to, you know, fight through local forces to get to an end objective. So, you know, something custom like that is all it takes for players to remember it for a while. But I'm thinking, you know, just throwing a fucking bear at them, they're not going to fucking suspect that. And I think I've got the perfect op to throw it on, which is coming up, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I know, I ran it twice, exactly. Well, so the issue with the Highway of Death is there wasn't any actual ops on it. It was just a term for when 2A10s annihilated a massive amount of vehicles along a stretch of road. There was never any ground combat there. But I took the concept and made it into a ground combat thing, you know? So it's just one of those things. But besides the point, let's roll back into here. So this is the last corporation mission in the branch I had, because how this started was I didn't even give them a name, but they're based off of like Zerka Corp from Old Republic. They had half of the oil and you know, these types of facilities in this AO, and through the help of the Mandalorians contracting here, they now have complete control, and this is the last place they have to hit. And the people who run it have resorted to paying the Hutt's protection money because of everything else that's happened with, you know, all the other companies succumbing to the Mandalorian hit squad. A reverse Highway of Death hasn't... That wouldn't be fun, because all it would be is you get dicked on by 2A10s. See what I mean? That was like, what, 7 or 8 hits right there? How many times did that... Your ears, man. Oh, look, another one shot him, and he actually went down, but that was to that armored vehicle. If I directly hit him with the rocket, it would have actually hurt him. That was enough to decrew it, though. I'm in 3D. Thanks for the 6-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this one. I am going to RC this guy, and that's going to break these guys from the garrisons. And we'll get a little bit more dynamic assault here with the garrisoned AI. By the way, in the background, I've been playing Mass Effect. I don't know if you guys have heard, but the remaster comes out the 14th, and I am going to stream it. Because I have never played a Mass Effect game, and I want to do something different. And you guys can help me get all of the good stuff in there. But I'm going to go CQB here, and I'm going to be an ass, because I know they can handle it. I'm getting shot from my ass. Shit, Seffi's actually died. This gun is literally just a P90, except a space P90. Damn, Apathy's also down. See, that's what's interesting about their medical. If I actually manage to knock them out, they die within like a minute. It's a really weird medical. You know, if you find the balance of glass cannon, you can dick them down, but... either way. There is a way to do Mass Effect ops in Arma 3, because there is a Mass Effect mod, and we did do a few, but TSP ran into an issue with the mod set. But that is another topic for ops, which I could get back into. Also, who was it back there? I did see a purple check. Miskoff, thanks for dropping by the way. I hope you're doing all right. Sorry, I always mean to shout out other partners and even Twitch staff that drop by. The Twitch staff I get a little more paranoid about because, you know, the new policy stuff that came out on the 22nd, I just want to make sure I don't somehow violate anything because I'm very paranoid about that. Don't get me wrong, I'll stream on YouTube as a backup, but... God, that noise is annoying. How many times did I shoot him in the back? Nothing happens. You know, it's a courtesy thing. Seeing as someone, you know, had to do what I do and, you know, climb through everything to get that little purple check. Yeah, I know, I'd prefer not to lose everything due to something small and minuscule happening, because that's exactly how I got banned for a month. So, you know, I've just been taught to just outright avoid the hand that feeds me. No, you can't say that. Yeah, exactly, that level of shit. So again, he's on the other side, so I'm having this guy go up a different direction. But I am mindful of any footsteps I hear. Hello? Game? Ow. I just slithered down like a snake? Why won't you die? See, this is, again, why I'm getting bored of this campaign. There's no way to kill him. Except if I use tanks and AT shells directly to the face. That's it. So, right now I have them on an 8. Last week, when they adjusted things, it was at 25. But that would be, let's see, medical. No, wait, it's add-on options. Just to show you guys. Oh, they're actually using server side. So, yeah, 845. So it would override anything I put down. I gave them, yeah, I gave them 810. So, yeah. They're still gonna be unkillable.
Contractor, this is Olympus.
Olympus, this is Contractor. Send message over.
Contractor, this is Olympus. Be advised, we have cleared out the lean rival business of all mercenaries and other life forms. It is currently clear, over.
Olympus, this is Contractor. A firm on your last. I will contact corporate assets. Break. They're pretty good about paying us quick, so good job with that. Over.
Contractor, this is Olympus. Solid copy on last. We're just going to patch up here and then get Oscar Mike back to base, over.
Roger, out. Well, I can't do anything about the AI coefficient because now that we're running on their server again, because my server told me to stop putting mod sets on mine, their server would just override my commands, so I don't have any control over it anymore. Again, it's how they want to play. I completely respect that. It's fine. It's just I'm going to switch it over to a combat-heavy one after this planet's done. I mean, yes, it is meant to be Beskar, but... Again, like, this isn't the type of campaign that we should play then. Because they just overpower everything. Now, if they return on the Governor, though, what's going to be fun about it is I have literal Spartan dudes. If you notice the height difference there, but... I'm also waiting for the, You might not know this, but Arma, in its dev branch, has a set scale command. So you can set scale stuff to be bigger or smaller. So there are so many stupid things I want to do with that. But we'll get there when we get there. Bloodwing shot me a text, so I'm texting her back there. Tiny bears, giant fluffers. Damn right we're doing giant fluffers. It's like the best part. Just imagine you're in a fight for your life, and then giant fluffers. Or a giant Grogu. I actually don't think any Star Wars assets have Grogu in it. That should be changed. Tiny players versus fluffers. You shrink down the players to like 1/10 of themselves and you have them fight rabbits. Oh, that would be some amazing Mad Lad bullshit. King Kong versus giant fluffers. Yeah, we don't need Godzilla, we just need fluffers. Just fluffers with a gigantic M107 puts a frickin'... I don't know what caliber that gun would be at that point. Oh my god. Whoosh. You can't scale players. You can only scale simple objects or attach assets. Oh, fuck. And weapons don't scale. Alright, Sparky, thanks for letting me know. I am now disappointed beyond belief. Well, TSB can be considered simple. Oh my god. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. TSB right now is not the dumbest community I Zeus for. I'm not gonna name specifics, but it's not even like communities I Zeus for. There's also plenty of interesting plays I see on the weekly basis. But, you know, since I work mainly for TSB, everyone immediately equates everything I do to TSB. But there's been a lot of dumb things in every community I've worked for or played in that I have witnessed myself. And some of them are the reason why I don't play in certain groups anymore. But... Oh, for example, my first 501st Star Sim op, officially, we walked around for 2 hours on the southern side of the Serrani map, counting moisture evaporator farms, because the Zeus didn't spawn any in. And when I say any, I mean any enemy units. So we just walked around and cleared empty towns for 2 hours. That was an official FTX. The only action we got was when someone threw a grenade at Endex in the giant debrief huddle circle bullshit. And that man was a true Chad. That level of dumb. I'm still disgusted with myself that I stayed in the unit for 6 months after that one mission. I should have just left then and there, to be perfectly honest. But whatever, it gave me some good perspective on how some units operate and how to run TSB better. And TSB isn't perfect, no unit is, but I like to think that I've helped to improve on a few things. But trust me when I say this. I've seen good Zeusing, I've seen great Zeusing, I've seen bad Zeusing. I've done a mixture of the three. But I've also seen some bad Zeusing. And then when I go into random people's streams and watch what they have to fight sometimes, I've witnessed some bad Zeusing. I've also witnessed some really good Zeusing. Next Tuesday and the Tuesday after, you're going to see me in some SCP ops with a new group of people that I ran into a few months ago while catching a random stream, and I completely got the time wrong, because I thought they were starting at 7:30 EST, but I think they're starting at 7:30 GMT, which means I can go and play for them, but I thought that was during this. So, I'm totally going to join them for those SCP ops, because the Zeus that was working on those and setting all of that up, he wasn't streaming his side, I was watching on the ground side. That guy knew what the fuck he was doing. Like, it was a great blend of RP and spook. And that is the type of ops I live for. One of the my most favorite ops I ever played was the first official op I played for the 74th, which was a Star Sim made up of a lot of people that left the 501st. A lot of people didn't enjoy that op because all you really did was walked around with a little bit of combat, but you got to witness this, like, this, like, ancient Sith ritual thing. And then if you, like, try to intervene, you would get annihilated. There's also an op where the LAT ran out of power and I was the only survivor because I was the only one that thought to grab a parachute and bail out. And I survived for the entire operation, but I thought that was really cool. I love storyboard-based ops because I understand as someone that, you know, makes a shit ton of missions a week, the amount of time it takes to make stuff like that. So I get a kick out of that, but... Was it Sheepy is Sleepy? Yes. Yes, he was the guy Zeus in it. Did you catch that operation? I gotta go back and review it. What is bad Zeusing? If you're doing a stealth op, this is another 501st story. If you're doing a stealth op with a squad for an official FTX, and your squad is divided from other squads, and you're told to sneak into, like, regroup with other people in a jungle planet, because we were playing on the Brazil map, regroup with everyone, and then make it back to a friendly fob as quick as you can. And you know, you're scouting positions out, you link up with another squad, and then you're doing everything correctly, and then suddenly, squad of B2s gets spawned in front of you, it knows exactly where you are and charges your position, and then you get away from it, regroup, and then more B2s. That's bad Zeusing. If a Zeus... let me backtrack a bit, and let me say this statement. Zeuses have a right to metagame if it is in the interest of the player for the sake of them having fun. So, if you know your players like combat intense stuff and they're, you know, not meant to be doing a stealth mission, they're just getting lucky and they're getting through all these defenses at chance because you're, let's say, they're trying to come into this AO and you got like 3 patrols going, but the patrols here, here, and here, and your player base is like right here breaching into the town, haven't taken contact yet, feel free to send a patrol back and engage them because, again, you know they want to take contact, they want to have fun because they have a, you know, a beefier ace medical that lets them survive a lot of damage because they just want to pew-pew their guns. Second golden rule of mine, by the way. But if you're intentionally doing a stealth mission where you have to get to point A and link up with everyone else as a point B secondary and you're actively avoiding combat, don't spawn in a shit ton of really overpowered enemy units for us to fight because we're actively trying to avoid them. That's bad Zeusing. I mean, it says it in the title here. This is Dungeons & Dragons, but with a military sandbox game. I call it Dungeons & Dragons for this example specifically because it is literally, like, you know, there's a shop, there's background lore, there's a lot more I would normally do for a simple op here. That's why I call it D&D. But bad Zeusing is when you start going against your player base in terms of what they'd want. When you start taking your own interests or your viewership's interests over your own. For example, the Monday op. When I blew up one of their Vics at Index when everything went black. That was an instance of me doing bad Zeusing, because we have a rule against doing stuff like that, and I did it anyway. And I honestly should never do that again. Luton09 back in the day. My respect for him as a Zeus went out the window because he started really following what his viewer base wanted because he wanted to go big and appease them, and he absolutely annihilated us on multiple occasions over the smallest of things. I used to respect that, but it got really malicious. Don't get me wrong, it is okay to kick your player base's ass every once in a while if they're making a shit ton of nasty mistakes. That is one of the toughest things I had to learn about TSB. But I do occasionally, if they are fucking up Royale, I need to kick their ass. Or I just pull the plug on the op like I did on the second op on Monday because they literally weren't doing it properly after I told them 3 times how to do it. And then I just know never to run that style of operation again. But don't be afraid to outright annihilate them if they absolutely deserve it, but only as a last resort. Because again, you are talking about their fun. And most of them are just on the ground wanting to shoot their guns. You know, they're not part of the leadership elements that made the dumbest plan you've ever seen. Because they keep wanting to use the square hole. But shrug. So 73 Easting wasn't anyone's fault. That was a fault of Kidal itself, and I do need to remake that op to either run it on the Mogadishu map to the north or import Southeast Asia, because that's a really big map that would be good for armor stuff. I'm debating finding someone on Fiverr to make me a square hole emote, because that just needs to be a meme at this point.
Echo Tracker. I think we're going to call it there because we want to hear more from this other guy before we start going to the PDF area.
Yep, that's all good. Alright, feel free to start logging off. I gotta now record all the boxes because I didn't set up INIDB2 framework on your server, so
okay.
I might dip out before Index. So
Well, I can come back afterwards and I can help you record some of that shit.
No, I got it. It's
Sure
it's simple. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just go through the box and chat with my chat. But I'll come down in a minute or two and just make sure everyone had fun before I log, okay?
Okay, yeah, sounds good, dude.
Yep, make sure they all save their kits, and yeah, hope you had fun. Alright, so I'm going to cut the recording here. I'm going to start a new recording. So normally, and I'll explain this while I do it.